Sigmund Freud, the father of psychoanalysis and one of the most influential thinkers of the 20th century. His theories on the human mind, the unconscious, and the dynamics of personality have shaped the way we understand ourselves and our behavior. But who was Freud, and how did his ideas revolutionize psychology? Join us as we delve into the life and legacy of Sigmund Freud, the man who dared to explore the depths of the human psyche. Sigmund Freud was born on May 6, 1856, in the town of Freiburg, in what is now the Czech Republic. The son of a wool merchant, Freud grew up in a Jewish family that valued education and intellectual achievement. When Freud was just 4 years old, his family moved to Vienna, a city that would become the backdrop for his groundbreaking work in psychology. Freud was an exceptional student, displaying a voracious appetite for knowledge, particularly in the sciences. He entered the University of Vienna in 1873, where he initially pursued a degree in medicine. However, it wasn't long before his interests shifted toward the workings of the mind. Influenced by the writings of Charles Darwin and his fascination with neurology, Freud began to explore the mysteries of human consciousness. After completing his medical degree, Freud embarked on a research career, studying the anatomy of the brain and the effects of cocaine, which he mistakenly believed could be a cure-all. Though this early work was controversial, it laid the foundation for his later exploration of the human mind. In the 1880s, Freud began practicing as a clinical neurologist, treating patients with a variety of nervous disorders. However, he soon realized that traditional medical approaches couldn't fully explain or treat many of these conditions. Inspired by the work of Jean-Martin Charcot and Joseph Breuer, Freud began to develop a new method of treatment, psychoanalysis. Psychoanalysis was based on the idea that unconscious thoughts, desires, and memories, often rooted in childhood, shape our behavior and mental health. Freud believed that by bringing these unconscious elements to the surface through techniques like free association and dream analysis, patients could confront and resolve their inner conflicts. Freud's exploration of the unconscious mind led to some of his most famous theories, including the structure of the psyche, divided into the id, ego, and superego, and the stages of psychosexual development. These ideas were revolutionary, challenging the prevailing views of human nature and sparking intense debate among scientists, philosophers, and the general public. Freud's ideas were controversial from the start. His emphasis on sexuality as a driving force in human behavior, especially his theory of the Oedipus complex, shocked many of his contemporaries. Despite, or perhaps because of, this controversy, Freud's work gained a devoted following, and he established a circle of like-minded thinkers in Vienna. Among his followers were figures like Carl Jung and Alfred Adler, who would later branch off and develop their own schools of thought. Freud's influence extended far beyond the field of psychology, impacting literature, art, and even popular culture. His work challenged society to rethink the nature of the human mind and the forces that drive our actions. Throughout his career, Freud published numerous works, including The Interpretation of Dreams, Civilization and Its Discontents, and Beyond the Pleasure Principle. These writings introduced concepts that have become part of our everyday language: repression, defense mechanisms, and the unconscious, to name just a few. Freud's later years were marked by both personal and professional challenges. In the 1930s, as the political situation in Europe deteriorated, Freud, who was Jewish, faced increasing persecution from the Nazi regime. In 1938, he fled to London with his family, where he spent the final year of his life. Despite suffering from cancer of the jaw, a consequence of his lifelong smoking habit, Freud continued to work and write until his death on September 23, 1939. His final book, Moses and Monotheism, was a bold exploration of religion and its psychological roots, demonstrating Freud's enduring curiosity and intellectual courage. Freud's legacy is vast and complex. While many of his theories have been criticized and revised over the years, his contributions to the field of psychology are undeniable. He opened up new avenues for understanding the human mind and laid the groundwork for modern psychotherapy. Today, Freud's influence can be seen in everything from clinical practice to literature, art, and even film. Sigmund Freud was more than just a psychologist, he was a pioneer who dared to explore the uncharted territories of the human mind. His ideas have shaped not only the field of psychology but also the way we think about ourselves and our place in the world. Love him or hate him, Freud's impact is undeniable, and his work continues to provoke thought and debate to this day. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the life and legacy of Sigmund Freud, Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more explorations into the lives of history's most influential thinkers and scientists. Who would you like to learn about next? Share your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video.